Hey guys, Crystal Thompson here for Unity Stamp Company. Happy New Year! I'm so excited to be here with you today with some very cool magnolia flowers. We're doing some tone-on-tone stamping, doing some background and outline of the awesome magnolia flowers stamp kit from Unity. We're going to add some pattern paper for our color combination, inspiration, and some basic supply card making. So as I mentioned, we're going to be using magnolia flowers. I have two pieces of paper here. I have a pattern paper and then I have my solid pattern, my solid cardstock ready to go. And this is kind of like an off-white. I was really trying to match that solid paper color to part of that pattern paper, which is kind of peachy. Using the magnolia flowers, that stamps it has two large florals. One is kind of a solid and one's an outline, and it's a really cool stamp set to be able to create some neat effects. So I'm using embossing ink to stamp that solid, and what it's going to do, it's going to bring just a darker level of that same cardstock, and then with the floral image, the outline one, I'm going to use some black ink to do just some random stamping, trying to stay within the outline that I had stamped earlier. So we're going to set that aside and dry. While that goes, I'm going to grab the Flamingo Pink, and this is from Stamping Up in color, and I felt like this matched that cardstock the best. Using the thank you sentiment from the Magnolia Flower stamp set, I have stamped it in that pink that I mentioned, and in using my scissors, I fussy cut all around it. I'm going to add foam adhesive to the back of that, and while that goes, I have some black paint. I'm going to do just a couple splatters onto that pattern background paper. Then I'm going to add 2 layers of foam adhesive to the solid cardstock that we have stamped. And because I'm very impatient, for the purposes of the video, I am not going to let this dry, but I would suggest that you do. And I'm going to try to put this right on the center of this cardstock so we have even matte on both layers. And then I'm going to bring back that black paint and splatter some more. And I really like this black splatter. It felt like it kind of matched that back part of the cardstock. And then I'm going to bring in some white paint. I'm going to shake it. And if you don't have white paint to flicker, using some watercolor, you can add water to the watercolor, grab a brush, dab it all around, and then splatter that over, and it's going to give you the same effect. But I like using paint just because it's readily available. Once that is done, I'm going to let this soak up, but I'm going to bring in that thank you from the Magnolia Flower stamp set. I'm going to place it with foam adhesive, and we're going to place it right on the center. And last but not least, we're going to be doing some embellishment. So for my embellishing, we're going to be using the Tombow mono adhesive, and we're going to do dots of the Nuvo drops, and I have glittery black Nuvo drops, and we have white pearlescent Nuvo drops, and just going to come in and add all these little dots all over the place to finish up the card. And I like staying in the pattern that I did my ink splattering. As you can see, my ink splatter here is still wet, so be sure that you let it dry, both the Nuvo drops and the ink splatters, before you put it in your envelope and get it ready to mail. And guys, that does it for me. Thank you so much for joining me today on Color Combos with Crystal. We are keeping it nice and muted with some pale pinks and beige and black as our main guest here. I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial. Guys, if you're new to this YouTube channel, please give the video a thumbs up. If you're looking for detailed instructions, hop on over to the Unity Stamp Company blog where I've written all the instructions. You have more detailed photos of the project. Guys, we'll see you later. Have an amazing 2021.